Hey, I'm Oli from the south coast of Wollongong. I'm a musician. So pretty much started music when I was pretty young, and yeah, just loved it so much and kept on going, and then moved down to Wollongong, and that's when like a lot of it started to kick off. Like met a bunch of crew, and yeah, just got in the right scene at the right time, and it's just been fun. I feel like it's definitely taught me a lot of lessons in terms of what to expect, but in terms of where I am now, definitely not. I think it's all just hard work and performance and energy that no one can teach you about. And I've done it all without that sort of industry help, so I don't know. Yeah, it definitely helped me like know what was right and how to deal and conduct myself, but in terms of like how hard you have to push and shit, it's like, it's completely like up to yourself. So essentially I was in the shower, just minding my own business, and I was like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to just write a song every day and just test myself. And so I made a post just to see if people would back it, and then everyone was like, oh, that sounds sick. I started the next day, and it was pretty full on. Like the first couple of days were alright, but then after a while, like having to wake up and then constantly be thinking about what to write and then producing it, and then getting a dude called Zach, he mastered my stuff, which was really cool. And then just like it was a constant loop, and then it became quite exhausting. But yeah, it was pretty full on. My girlfriend had her Instagram thing up, and all those filters were, there was like this Super 8 filter, and we were like, oh, let's film like a film clip with that. And then that song came to be, and we were like, alright, well, we don't have anything, we have no money, so let's just film on our phone. And it just became quite lo-fi, essentially. Oh, that track was written maybe 2 years ago up at the Grove by Jack Nigro. He was an absolute lord, and we've always just held on to that track because like we didn't know what to do with it, because we were going to release that on the last EP. But yeah, it ended up just being like something to release in these times of COVID, and yeah, we had a film clip full of just all previous videos and like stuff of the past 3 years or 2 years, and it was kind of just like a sum up of a big old thank you to everyone. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Been pretty weird, really. Like all of us boys were just mates from uni, and then they already had the band, and then I joined, and then it just kept on like being in the right place at the right time sort of thing. And just yeah, it was good fun. Sold out shows are quite weird because you kind of feel you just feel weird that people would come to your show and then they're all dancing and having a time. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So Alex is also in Good Lekker. So it's like one big group, like we all do our own thing. But like, yeah, we always love our tech. We've DJ'd quite a bit, and then we were like, let's turn this into like a more of a live thing. Because like not a lot of people are really doing the tech live aspect that's like just dirty tech or whatever. And yeah, so we started doing that, and it's like so much fun. I've spent too much money in this time. Thank you, ScoMo, for the $2,000 or whatever. It's real good. Not as a solo. That was kind of just like a fun sort of thing. I'm probably going to release it on Spotify and all that, but nah, besides that, like I'm kind of just focusing on Hellcat Speedracer and Good Lekker. But like even then, trying to book tours and shit now is like, it's one of the hardest things, especially as like like an emerging band. It's like definitely different now. Like we're planning next year instead of this year. So yeah. For Good Lekker, it was definitely harder because there is 6 of us, so we couldn't even be in the same room as one another. But in terms of like my own stuff, and then for Hellcat Speedracer, it was so much easier because we could just get my synth, play a little thing, and then send it to each other. So it was definitely a blessing in disguise that we could work more on our techno stuff, but then a curse for Good Lekker is we couldn't even jam. For myself, like I said, Spotify maybe, and then Good Lekker, we're gonna go start recording a new single soon, actually, and then Hellcat Speedracer, we've got a couple of things coming up, so yeah, bunch of things in the works. That's too hard. That's too many. There's too many to even choose. 3. Alright. Damon Albarn. Jeff Buckley. Kurt Cobain. Or Chemical Brothers. Or Foals for Good Lekker. Other one. Chemical Brothers, Foals, Jungle Giants. Yeah. Oh no, these are too hard. Like, come on, no one has one answer for the album that has one, like, the most impact. Too many. Of 2020?
Yeah.
None, because no one's making any good music. It's all shit. I'm like that old grandpa that sits in the corner and says, "You all suck." Oh, what's that fucking film? I can't even think of the film. Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's iconic. It's like such a good one. And it's new. Or Paul McCartney was pretty amazing. That was sick. I'm secretly everything. I love it all. One Direction. 100%. I'll be Harry. What direction? North. Ginger Spice. Oh, there's already ginger in it. Or Curly Spice. Got my curls. Or Foals. Foals would be pretty hectic. When I picked up my guitar. No, that's cheesy as. I've always wanted to be a musician. It's like cool, but also it's very unattainable. So I'm happy just playing music and having fun. So yeah, it's always, you can be whatever you want to be. Go check out Hellcat, Good Lekker. Yeah, love ya.